Howdy folks, Big Anklevich here. It is time for another episode of Final Boss Mode. Let's head into it and see what surprises may be in store for us this week. Okay, it is Sunday, so it's the first day of the week, and this morning when I got up, I weighed 198.4. So that is the starting weight for this week. I'm afraid it's going to be downhill from here. Today was Easter, and that means that there's it's a holiday, and holidays are always seem to be based around food. My daughter had this ham that she wanted specifically. My sister, I guess, made it when my daughter went away to college and lived by my sister, and so she would go to Easter with my sister, and my sister made this ham that she just loved. She's like, we've got to make that. So we made that this time around, and me and ham, I tend to put on water weight, but I think I put on water weight anyways. Like, I finished my fast this morning at 43 hours and 44 minutes and 51 seconds. And then I went and I ate some stuff. I had this plate of chicken, which was from the chicken that we bought the day before. We made a bunch of bone broth using the bones, and then I was eating this chicken. And chicken it's not particularly a lot of calories to it because it doesn't have a lot of fat to it. It's kind of really high protein, which will be something that will cause gluconeogenesis and probably make me bump out of ketosis, which will cause me to suck in some water. Yeah, that I will probably gain water weight. So I probably shouldn't have eaten the chicken. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. I ate it and I drank some water. I think I was already kind of dehydrated from the fast anyway, so I drank a bunch of water. I drank a lot of water this morning, and I was not, it's not like if you drink a ton of water sometimes and then you have to pee all the time. That's one thing, but I did not. So I drank all that water and it stayed. And so I swear that I'm probably going to weigh 10 pounds more tomorrow. We'll see. But later in the day, we had Easter breakfast, and I ate that. I probably shouldn't have. I didn't need to. They didn't even make anything for me, and I was like, I wanted to eat Easter breakfast, and so I cooked up 6 eggs, and there was nothing else. So I quickly just warmed up some sausages. There was like a bratwurst, and I did a couple of different kinds. I got one of each and ate those with it. I probably just shouldn't have. Didn't need to, and it probably would have been better if I didn't. But I don't know. It was fine. I did go for my walk this morning, went out. I did part of my walk with my weight vest on. I'm trying to, I keep wearing it and then it starts to hurt my back, and so I stop wearing it for a long time, and then I remember that I need to wear it again, and I'm trying this time around to just do my walk differently, so I wear it for part of the walk. So I do my part of my walk, then I come home, take it off, and then do more of my walk without it, and then eventually finish up. And then, I'll steadily build up the time that I'm wearing it until I can just wear it the whole time without it hurting my back. Hopefully, that's the plan. We'll see if that works. But I did get 15,000 steps today. Pretty good total. Can't complain about that. And did a good job with that. But yeah, I'm sure that I'm going to weigh way more tomorrow, and the whole week is going to be trying to take it back off. Why does there have to be so many holidays and why do holidays always have to be about food? At least I didn't have like chocolate bunnies and jelly beans and crap like that, but still had food. Still had ham. Ham is, I really like ham. But it doesn't seem to like me back. It always makes me retain water. I don't know. It's too much sodium in it or something like that. I don't know, but I love it. I could eat it all the time. In fact, I bought a big ham at the store yesterday, and I cut it up and put it in bags, and it's in the freezer. So I'll be eating more ham later, so we'll see. But let's go see how Monday went. Okay, it is Monday, and things went exactly as I thought. I said I was going to gain 10 pounds just because I like to overestimate, because every time I underestimate, or every time I make a regular estimate, I managed to outdo it. So yeah, I weighed myself this morning and I was 206.2. What is that? 8 pounds that I went up in one day. I didn't even eat anything weird. I didn't eat anything different. I don't know what the heck. I had some ham, and not even that much. I didn't eat any cheese. I didn't. I guess I did have those two, like the bratwurst, but come on. That's really frustrating. I was trying to be as good as I possibly could. I forgot to mention I ate a big ribeye steak. That was my, maybe just because I ate too much, but 8 pounds, just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know. Anyways, I went to work and I had 2 pounds of ground beef. That's what I ate for my food today. And that was good stuff. And I was quite full, although by the time I came home on my drive home, I started getting a little hungry and I was hankering to cheat. And I was frustrated already because of going up 8 pounds, but I managed not to. I really wanted to, but I managed not to. So that is a big win for me. We'll see what that, how much that matters. Maybe I'll come down a lot tomorrow, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll just hold on to those 8 pounds as though they're real. Anyways, I did a lot of walking at work, and got 13,000 steps altogether. And that was my day today. Let's go see what happens when I weigh in tomorrow. Did it make a difference? All right, it is Tuesday, and this morning when I got up and weighed myself, I was 202.2, which that brings me down, 4 pounds from yesterday? So that's, it's a good start, but I'm still really pissed about this. Like, why am I in this situation at all? I ate chicken, ham, like 2 little sausages, and a big ribeye steak. And that's what I had on Sunday. And somehow that made me gain 8 pounds. But yeah, so I'm halfway down. Maybe by tomorrow I'll be back down the rest of the 4 pounds, the other 4 pounds. Probably not. Probably have to get all the way through the fast is my guess before I get back to where I was. That's annoying. But anyways, I'm on my way down. So that's good news. I don't know how I went up. And that's the bad news. And I'm going to keep whining about it. Okay, what else today? I had my food for the day, which was 2 pounds of ground beef. I ate it all at once, one big meal. That's the way I do it. And then I started into my fast. So I'll be fasting. I've been fasting for, what time is it? Something like 6-7 hours. And I'll keep going until I get to 40. I also did my walking today. I walked a little bit at work, and then I also walked when I got home. I did my regular walk, and so I was able to get to 15,000 steps, which is a good total, and I'm feeling good about that. And yeah, I don't know. It's keeping it. I'm basically just always hovering around 200. Maybe that's just how much I weigh. Maybe that's my set point. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I need to give up on this final boss thing and just accept that I'm a 200-pounder. I don't like that, but maybe. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it is Wednesday, and this morning when I got up and weighed myself, I was 201.8. So no, I did not go down more. I did not get to where I was before the fast. Big surprise. I suppose I probably will with the fast, maybe, although I don't know. We'll have to see, because I did things a little bit differently today to try and test something out, I guess. I tend to get really, like, I don't feel like drinking anything while I'm fasting. And so I think I, get rid of a lot of water every time. And then when I'm done fasting, I drink a lot of water and all the weight comes back on. And so I thought, well, this time around while I'm fasting, I'm going to try to combat that. So at work today, I made sure to drink a lot of water. I have this great big cup. I filled it up 4 different times while I was at work and managed to chug them all. That's, I think, more than a gallon of water. I don't know. It's right around a gallon at least. So I had to pee a lot. But I forced myself not to be dehydrated. So we'll see what happens tomorrow when I go to weigh myself. Will I be down some? Will I not have lost much weight? Will I still be at 201.8? Who knows? But yeah, that's what I did. I drank a lot of water. I didn't eat anything today. I did get in a lot of walking. I walked at work, of course, and then also did some walking when I got home. And so I managed to get 15,000 steps for the day. And yeah, kept that going. And we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I'm interested to see it. In fact, let's go see right now. Okay, it is Thursday. And when I got up this morning, I weighed myself after finishing up my fast, and I weighed 199. So didn't even get down to where I was after my last fast yet, which is frustrating, but indicative of something. I didn't, I drank all that water to try and keep myself from being dehydrated, and I don't think I was. But I think I still lost a fair amount of water. I don't know. But yeah, it was interesting to see that. I ate my 2 pounds of ground beef today, and I did all that stuff. But I've been thinking a lot today, and I guess it's come time. It's time for an announcement for me to make. Because I've been thinking about this for the last while, that I don't know that this final boss mode thing is going to work. I don't think that I can force it. I've been fighting to try and get down to 185 because that's what I weighed back when I was in high school, and I assume that's where I should be. My BMI, I'm supposed to be under 190 for my height. And, I'm not getting there for some reason. And I assumed that is just where I needed to be. But I don't think I'm going to get there. Let's put it this way. I don't think I'm going to get there anytime soon. I think it may be years before those final 15 pounds go away. I remember listening to Kelly Hogan videos where she said that happened to her. She had her last 10 or 20 pounds or whatever she lost within the last few years after doing carnivore for 16 years. So, I think there is a process. Your body loses weight and then it plateaus off, and then it loses weight and it plateaus off. And here in this final boss mode, I've been doing the same thing week after week. I lose weight off, and then with the slightest, absolute slightest, like I did this week, like I did on Sunday, I ate just the smallest amount of off-plan stuff. I had some ham, and that made me go up 8 pounds. And, it's just ridiculous. And I think that my body is just trying to tell me something when this happens. And, I can do that over and over and over and over again, which I have been doing this entire time that we've had this whole final boss mode going. I've been losing the weight and then putting it back on, and then losing it and putting it back on, and losing it and putting it back on. And to tell you the truth, it's stressing me the heck out. I am sick of it, and I am frustrated to the core about it. And so I'm not going to do that anymore. I think it's time for Big Anklevich on Health to come to an end. I am at the final boss. I'm at the final weight, I think, at least for now. Maybe 5 years down the line or whatever, something will change, or maybe it won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll be 200 pounds my whole life, right there on the edge of Wonderland. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not going to keep stressing myself out week after week after week, gaining weight and then losing it back off. And I'm not giving you guys any information that you need, showing you that, hey, if you eat super, super, super strict, then you can come down a little bit. You can lose all the water weight that your body holds on to. And then if you make the slightest defect, then you'll gain all that water weight back in an instant. So, I mean, I can keep doing that, and I probably will keep doing that. I'm just not going to do it on the show. I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm not going to tell you week after week. I'm not going to weigh myself every day and stress myself out and worry about whether I'm going to get there or I'm not going to get there. I'm just going to let it go and be happy with what I've made it to. I've made it to 200 pounds, 199 to be precise. And I'm happy about that. And I feel great and I look great. And, I don't look perfect. I got a lot of saggy skin here and there, but nothing really bad. And so I just gonna be happy about that. I'm gonna keep doing all the things that I do. I'm sure I will eat cheese and pepperoni and pork rinds and gain 10 pounds. And then the next week I'll be good and I'll lose the 10 pounds back off again. But I'm not going to worry about it on the show. I'm going to keep doing my walking. I'm going to walk my 10,000 steps every day from here until eternity. I'm going to keep going to the gym and hopefully steadily build up some muscle. And maybe that'll be what helps me break through and eventually get rid of those last 15 pounds. I don't know, but that's the way things are going to go. So this is it. This is the end of the show. Marshall has basically petered out. He really hasn't seemed to want to do it for a while. It looked like he was trying to get out of it way back in like September. And then when New Year's came, he's like, okay, I'm changing things up. I'm making a New Year's resolution. And the resolution is I'm going to do less videos. And, he hung around doing it for a little bit. And now it's it's been every 2 weeks. And then it's dropped to every 3 weeks. So he's, and now I haven't heard from him. It's been more than 2 weeks and I haven't even heard a peep from him. So I suspect that he is probably done too. We may be back someday. I don't know. I hope not. To tell you the truth, I hope that I'm good. I hope that I don't need to come back. I hope that I can stay right here at 200 for the rest of my life. And I will stick with carnivore. I hope, the one thing that I worry about when I do this, I think about old Butter Bob Briggs, who was one of my the first people that I was introduced to carnivore with and keto. When I first started out, way back in 2018, almost 10 years ago, I saw his videos. Butter makes your pants fall off, and lard makes you lean, and all that kind of stuff that he always had a little, some kind of goofy little hook for his video like that. And he disappeared. He went away for a long time and he just came back just the other day and started doing videos again. It was good to see him back, but yeah, he was back up. He'd fallen off. He'd stopped doing the carnivore thing. He'd gained like a lot of his weight back. And now he's back trying to fight it back off again. And he says that one of the reasons is because he let go of the community, which can be tough. If you don't have a community, it's hard to stick with something. And so therefore, I'm not saying I will never be back, as I may be. If I realize that I can't do this without, having the accountability of doing these videos, then I guess I'll be back and I'll do these videos because it's better than weighing 300 pounds again. I don't want to do that again. I'm not going to do that again. But for now, I am signing off, and this is it. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for all of the comments through all the time. I hope that I was able to help you in some way. I didn't really, inspire a lot of viewers, but hopefully the ones that did view got something out of it. Hopefully this was, a two-way street. It wasn't just me using you as a way for accountability, but hopefully you also got some interesting tips and help through watching these videos. And they're still going to be there, so if you want to watch them, I'm not taking them down or anything. They'll be there. They'll be around. You can keep watching them if you want. And I hope I won't see you later, but if I do, well, I'll see you later. And I don't know what I'm saying, but It's been nice. Thank you, everybody, for everything. And I will see you next time, if there is one, on Big Anklevich on Health.